just gonna buy Evolve from my local trusted game store.
HaleFail is in no way represented by Game, nor is she sponsored by them, although she wishes she was. Please sponsor me, Game. Love you.
Woo! Oops. Monsters!
Oh boy, this is gonna be so sick. I can't wait for some next gen hardcore gaming.
Oh no. Hello gamers and gameritas. Now, I don't like Borderlands, do I? So, when Game tweeted that they needed 5 gamers to go down to the 2K headquarters in Windsor, I can't open this can, there we go, to play the new release game Evolve, do you know what I said to them? Hey guys, Borderlands was shit and I stabbed it and roasted it on a barbecue, so you know what, you should let me come down to the 2K headquarters and let them make it up to me with some Evolve. And you know what they said? Okay. And that, children, is how you get to go play AAA pre-release games at developers' headquarters. But bragging, loads of free merchandise and free pizza aside, how was the game, I hear you cry? Well, strap into your jetpacks and get that minigun fired up because it's about to get wrong. It's very, very wrong.
Oh, Lucy, your tweet said it was amazing. Why are you lying to us? You're a liar.
Let's start at the beginning here. I was in Windsor. I had free pizza. I was playing a pre-release game with a bunch of cool guys. Everything was awesome. At first glance, I loved Evolve. It was a blast. It was fun. We played via controls being connected to PCs, and from as far as I could tell, the PC version had little to no problems. Everything was fine and dandy. But then the honeymoon period cooled off. I purchased the PS4 version with my own money, and, well, fuck-a-doodle-doo.
Watch your back!
Evolve is rife with texture pop-ins and these crazy epileptic graphics that basically give you seizures. Pair that with the relentless heavy action that happens when you're trying to fight the monster, and you might as well give up all hope because you can't see a bastard thing. The presentation of the opening cutscene that plays whenever you start up the game is polished and great to watch. I've sat back and enjoyed it a few times now, but it's a cutscene. It is what it is. Cutscenes generally look pretty good on PS4s. No biggie.
But, as we all know, graphics are not the be-all and end-all of a game. Lucy, you love a game with a good story and narrative behind it. How was the plot in Evolve? You're hunters and you get sent to go kill a monster, or various monsters, or rescue people. That's it!
It's what I like to call a mission masher. There is no campaign mode whatsoever, and you simply cycle various missions on different map terrains. Snowy, swampy, jungle, acidic, and my personal favourite, Glitchtopia. You can do a hunt, where you have to track the monster's glowing blue footsteps because realism, or as you unlock characters you can use things like sound spikes and robot things to track it.
Got this area monitored.
You kill the monster before it gets to stage 3, or it can go beat up the power relay, and that's bad. Or there's a rescue where you guessed it, rescue people. Nest mode is where you must destroy all the eggs, or the monster can go around hatching them to have a mini monster help fight you. Finally, there's defend, where you must keep 2 generators and the main power relay safe. The monster has minions, stuff happens, mainly glitches.
Bit odd that there's no narrative there. So I guess it's more multiplayer based. So how was that then? Ah, multiplayer.
The AI on this game, by the way, I'm playing on solo mode. The AI is terrible. It's a lot better when you're playing with actual people.
The AI on solo mode is atrocious, so I quickly moved on to playing with complete strangers online because gaming is so social these days. Yay! Once I quickly learned to mute everyone because people are morons, multi was great for a while. If you have a good team that actually revives you and works together, it's a lot of fun. But perhaps this is due to my shitey internet connection that runs off a potato and may not necessarily be the game's fault at all, but whenever I attempted to do an evacuation online, I could rarely complete it because of some sort of error. I would end up seeing this screen far too often. Online multiplayer seems to always put me as the fucking monster too, even though it's my last choice. I don't want to be the monster. Being the monster sucks. This is also pretty lame. In a game that promotes this 4v1 thing so intently, no one ever really wants to be alone, do they? People would rather work together to take down a common enemy, rather than being the one bad guy. And when I did dabble in playing as the monster, usually when I'm being forced to online, it didn't feel powerful or ferocious. It just felt sloppy and riddled with button mashing.
Okay. But seeing as this is a game that's based around multiplayer and the social aspect of gaming, there must be a local co-op option. That'll make you happy, right? Wrong again!
This is a game that's based solely on multiplayer and playing with people, and it doesn't have local co-op. Now, you know, if you've watched my Far Cry 4 video, you know about this whole I don't understand why Next Gen have just completely scrapped local co-op. And then Evolve comes out and it's like, oh, this is a game where you play with people and it's like a social game. No local co-op. This would have been perfect for local co-op. And I just don't understand. It's probably a money-making scheme like, oh, your friends have to have PS4s and copies of the game so that you can play with them. It's fucking bullshit. And it even came from the creators of Left 4 Dead, which thrives on co-op. But no! Oh, the console doesn't have the graphical capabilities to render out the same world bullshit! I would rather be able to play on a scaled down, low-res version with a friend than have pristine visuals, which, let's face it, aren't even that great in the first place, are they now?
I just can't do this anymore. I just can't do this anymore. I just can't do this anymore. No, still can't do this anymore.
If, like me, you despise playing as the monster and would rather be on a team, you can play as one of 4 classes: Assault, Trapper, Medic, and Support. I was originally so happy to see an equal gender team of 2 males and 2 females, but as you advance through player progression, you can unlock new ones, 6 of which are men. 1 is a woman. 1 is technically a robot, but it has a male sounding voice anyway.
People, 2015.
I mean, come on guys, if you're so insistent of having a predominantly male character roster, how in the fuck did you miss a trick with naming one of them David? David and Goliath. That would have at least been sort of semi-cool. The dialogue between characters is repetitive and bland.
Especially when you're about to murder things.
Is it weird that I connected more with a trained pet monster than most of the personalities in the game? Way to implement characterization, guys. Jeez, just go take a leaf from Naughty Dog's book, would ya?
I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
I'm standard Russian guy who's in every multiplayer game. I'm a bog standard redneck American who stereotypically can't cook and smoke cigars. I speak like this and I sound like I should be at compelzimeka.com. I'm the only cool down to earth one, so whatever. Daisy's hungry. I'm sorry! She hates being big. I'm sorry! Fucking hell, fuck this shit, mate. Fucking clumsy bugger, fuck! I am a robot. Gotta have a range of accents, Sheila, so I'm the stereotypical Aussie with a bomb dig attached root. Are you annoyed with me? Of course you are. I'm also the guy from Jumanji. Hey, look, girls can be intelligent too. Give me brain tissue samples. Woo, yeah, acceleration. I also wear a hat and have a mustache, and I am John Marston.
Very superstitious.
Oh, and can hear that? Listen closely now, listen.
No? Nothing? Oh yeah, that's because there's no soundtrack! Or a very limited one anyway. It wasn't even like Borderlands in that there was one explorative theme and one combat theme. At least that actually had some sort of music.
HaleFail praising an aspect of Borderlands? Whatever next.
There's a few ambient sounds from the wildlife and a quiet reverbing tone in the background, and that's it. I really like the growling, thunderous, bass-like music in the opening theme, so more inclusions of music like this would have been great.
Although I suppose you do need to listen out for the stomps and the roars of the monster when it's nearby, and maybe a dubsteppy soundtrack would kind of be a bit dumb. Well, that argument just came full circle. Why do I leave this in?
But let's talk about the elephant in the room here. The most concerning aspect of Evolve is DLC. On its day of release, there was already $60 worth of DLC available to buy, along with the game that already cost $60. $120 for the full experience of a multiplayer-only game. Remember, there's no campaign or story, just missions.
Yeah. What in the fucking Christ?
Now, I'll admit, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm also not opposed to some well-crafted and furthermore well-timed DLC. The Last of Us Left Behind or Skyrim's Dawnguard, for example. I'm just annoyed at how often it's implemented in games these days.
So, Evolve. Yeah, you're rather addicting to start off with. I find myself saying, okay, one more game, then I really must do some work, but I'm still on it 4 hours later. Yeah, you're fun, with a strong internet connection and with people who happen to not be idiotic jerks. Where do we find those on online multiplayer? I don't fucking know. But the novelty's gonna run out fast. And you better be ready for the half-price sales soon, buddy. I'm really sorry, 2K in game. I had a blast playing with you all down in Windsor and you're great guys. But unfortunately, Evolve achieves the status of fail. Adios, gamers and gameritas, and I will see you guys in another game-related video somewhere in the future. Adios again.
Hi there guys, and thank you for watching to the end of this video, but unfortunately I have a bit of sad news. My cat Smokie, who has been in this video and who's been my pet for the last 3/4 of my life, she passed away a few days ago. And this was the last video that I was able to have her in, and I would have loved to have her in more like future videos and future sketches, but she was a great sidekick and I will adore her for the rest of my life. So Smokie, I hope you're up there in feline heaven, catching mice and headbutting walls like you used to. You were the best pet ever and I'm gonna miss you so much.